Hello, and welcome back. And it's time for the interview portion of Showcase tonight with our lovely, wonderful band, Jordan Michael. How I love them. They're so wonderful. Jordan, how long has this project been in existence?
Well, I guess it's kind of hard to explain because me and Kane have been playing music for a long time, but I guess we can just call it at the first show, which was late July, early August.
Okay. And my first experience with you on the subject of your music was you got invited to open a show that I booked at my house, and I enjoyed your set. But what was you did something unexpected. I didn't expect you to do, what you're doing, which is like what I would describe as like really distant ambient rock backslash stuff. You know? Why did you choose that concept?
I mean, I think like as most musicians do, they kind of write and then what comes out is what they end up working with. So it just so happened that I really was into post rock, and I've always really been into post rock, and I actually just not so recently, but recently I guess in regards to post rock, got into like ambient music, and um, and so I just ended up writing this style of music, and it's kind of transforming, and I'm still trying to grab it and get a hold of it, but other than that, it's really just what I write.
Okay. Kane, is it hard to keep up with Jordan's complicated riffs?
I wouldn't say so. No, I think if anything, Jordan kind of has this like unique pulse to everything he does. That's kind of you have to get used to following it. Like it's not off at all. It's just like something that you have to learn how to groove with. And we pretty much jam all the time now. And I think I'm starting to sort of learn how he moves with his music and how he goes through stuff. But it's not something that came naturally to me when we first started jamming. So I had to pick up on his signals and what he does a little bit.
Oh, beautiful relationship. Um, I heard recently, as you were telling me, so I heard from you, that you started to do some field recordings to kind of add like an otherworldly, like nature vibe to your stuff. What was the decision making process behind that?
Really, it was as simple as we just finished recording our demo last week, and I am really into field recordings. In the winter, we're going to the beach to record at the beach, and
Why the winter?
'cause it's cheaper.
Ah,
Yeah, and I just, for some reason, it just dawned on me. We had a bunch of mics, and so I just got all the pots and pans in my house and threw them outside when it was raining, and we just did some, home recordings because we live on a fairly busy street. So it just ended up sounding really nice, and really, it just I like to bring an organic nature to my music because I think a lot of times, and the style of music, the organic feeling has been lost. So I kind of like to incorporate it in.
okay. So you're trying to entrap your listeners into this like world you've created. Is that the situation?
I guess it's more of a almost easy listening, but fuzzed out at the same time. It's kind of hard to describe. I just really thought some of the songs don't have too much percussion in it, and the percussion is very varied. So, or is not very varied. So I wanted to add in a little stuff, a little bit of like dings from the rain hitting the pots and pans. I thought that would add a nice like popping element to it, and that's really just what I was going for with the pots and pans.
Okay. And Kane, now that you've joined the band recently, do you feel like you have more of a say in what Jordan writes, or you just kind of follow what he does?
Do I have a say? Absolutely not. No. I would say that Jordan is the supreme dictator of the band, but I am totally cool with that because he's writing all the music. I pretty much just add sort of. I consider my part more of an ornament. I don't even really consider it as much like a band sort of thing. Like I do work with him when when he writes stuff, I'll come over and I'll do things. And every now and then I'll give some input on something, but typically it's more his doing. I mean, I'm just trying to sort of add texture to it. I'm trying to drive it in whichever direction, whichever direction he's trying to go. You get a feel for it. I'm just sort of trying to help with that more. I'm just trying to aid in it more than actually, write these crazy drum parts or anything. I don't really care about that. I've been in other bands where I got to do that all the time, and that's not really what I'm trying to do here.
I mean, to his defense, I mean, he does give me his input and everything. So it's not like I'm just like, here's how everything goes. It's more like, if he's like, it sounds kind of funky, don't do it, and I'll be like, you know what, you're right. I'm glad to have a second opinion. So we do work off each other pretty well.
And I appreciate your situation because I kind of did something similar by adding a guy who plays djembe on my project. And so I'm kind of living your experience. In fact, you met him, and he's like a smaller version of Kane, and I'm like the white version of you. So it's beautiful. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for joining us here on Showcase. And we have many more bands this semester that are beautiful that wanna be here. All right. Have a nice night. And remember that Showcase loves you.